Hello everyone, welcome to Organic Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe and hit that notifications bell for new content. Alright guys, so now we're going to go through bomb. This one's a lot more complicated than the first two we've gone through, but let's just go through the prep phase and everything like we normally do. Spawns, just as always, the same as normal on spawns. Make sure you choose one that's safe unless you plan on rushing to a certain place. I'm going to go with sledge again, just for demonstrations, and at the bottom you can now see there's a diffuser which I've just picked up. You can pick that up by pressing A. Only one person gets the diffuser when you're on the attacking team, so make sure you decide who gets it because it's a big difference. Like for sledge, there's not many traps that I can use to try and stop the diffuser, but for other operators like gridlock, things like that, you can pick down traps. Okay, so the preparation phase for us is just like before. We're going to look around, drone our way through and find the objective. Bomb again is completely different to all the other game modes locations, and there's also this time 2 locations instead of just 1. So first we need to find one objective. Okay, that tends to let us know where the second one is. It's always going to be quite close. So let's just try and find the next bomb site. Now some bomb sites very rarely are on different floors, so one will be upstairs and one will be downstairs. It could be what's happened here. So again, if you don't find the objective fully in your prep phase, don't be afraid to go back on your drone and try and find this next one. Let's go inside. Right, so with attack now, you've got the diffuser. You can drop it at any point by holding X, and obviously your team will be able to see the location of the diffuser, but if the enemy can see it on a camera, or the enemy can see it next to them, they can ping it for the entire team. So don't leave it anywhere where the enemy's going to come across it, because they'll just start holding on to it, and make sure you can't get to it again. And again, that's something to remember. If you're running in with a diffuser and you die in the middle of a room, it's not going to help anyone on the team. So if you do have it and you want to go in and maybe you're going to die, just put it somewhere safe, either on the roof or, you know, somewhere where there's no cameras staring at it. Right, let's see if we can find this secondary bomb whilst we're here. Definitely not there. You can see that now instead when we go into the room, just like secure the area, there's like a border around the room, and that's where we're allowed to place the bomb. And so this time around, oh, there's the other one. Sweet. Okay, so there's these two ones. Now you can see when we're in this area now inside, we can plant the diffuser. Now the diffuser, whenever you plant it, there's going to be this very audible noise, so I'm going to let you hear that now. Right, and I stopped planting just so you could hear the noise. Right, now that noise is going to send everyone on the enemy team who can hear it running towards you. They know that you've got the diffuser going down, and in a few seconds you're going to have it planted. Now you can use that to your advantage quite a lot of the time. This is a very common tactic. If you are on the attacking team and you want an enemy to come towards you, you can fake a plant just like I did there, and it sounds like you're planting for real, but all you have to do is let go of X with the advanced deployment and then shoot anyone that comes towards you. But if you're sure that the room you're in is clear and you've got all your exits covered and you know you're now ready to plant the diffuser, you need to think about placement. So here, for example, we've just opened up this wall which leads outside. Now, a great place to plant for us would be right in front of this wall, where we can go outside and they cannot without getting spotted, and we can just watch the diffuser from outside. Just be careful when you do plant the diffuser again. You are completely vulnerable during all of this time unless you have a teammate watching your back. And remember, you can always be shot through the floor as well. Right, so we've planted the diffuser now, and some common things to do would be to go to the roof up here and maybe look down into the window. Another one you always have to remember that you should do if you can is get that other drone out. You've got 2, and make sure you get it either before you plant or after you plant on the diffuser, so you can now sit in safety and watch the diffuser. And if anyone tries to defuse it, give them a second so they know that you're not faking, just like we did a second ago, and then go for the kill. Now once the timer at the top goes all the way down, then you've won the round. It takes up, I think it's 7 seconds roughly to defuse, so just keep that in mind. And then once the timer is about here, it's too late for the enemy to go and defuse anymore, so you've already won at that point. Okay, so we're going to go into defense, and obviously defending bomb is a lot harder than the other 2 modes because you don't have just one objective this time. You've got 2 separate objectives, and sometimes they can be quite far apart, like in that example. So we can have a look at some of the objective types here now. So 3 of them will be on the same level usually, and sometimes there's one that will be on separate levels, or one that's notably harder. So here we've got on the second floor in the car room, and they're quite close together. There's just one hallway separating them. Here we've got another example. They're actually a fair bit further apart. This was the example we found, which is the master bedroom and car room, and that is so far apart that it's going to be a lot harder for us to defend. So let's try one that's a bit easier like this. So in this example, the objective is right next to each other. It's a nice small objective, and we should be able to hold it fairly easily. Right, here we go. So you've got two objectives, remember, and in bomb, it's not the same when you reinforce. If you reinforce this wall, you've just cut yourself off of the objective. So in terms of a wall like this, we're going to open it up for a rotation, just like we talked about before, and this allows us to make another way into the site that the enemy don't know about or aren't aware of, instead of just this one door. So now we've got another way into sight. We still need to prep it just like the other ones now, and any walls that we do not want open for a rotation hole like this, we can seal off with the reinforcements just by going up to it and holding X. And again, don't forget your gadgets that you've got. So here I've got a deployable shield, and it's just good to stop an enemy from being able to run in, and also it's bulletproof, so it's great for cover. Now in bomb, like I said, if you hear the diffuser going, you have to come and try and find where they're planting in the objective and then kill them. But like I said before, if you do find the diffuser anywhere on the map, you can just change the entire objective and get your whole team to go and watch that diffuser at that point. You don't need to go and hold the objective if you have the diffuser in your sight. Okay, so remember that bomb is played in ranked mainly, and it's the only game mode you can play in ranked currently. And if you do go into bomb on casual, it's not going to be the easiest start, because a lot of players that are playing bomb are trying to, get used to playing it for ranked, or are trying to get better for ranked. So I'd recommend playing secure or hostage if you're just starting out and you want to try and get some easier games. Now, the other quick thing you need to remember is if you do plant on attack on anywhere, on any hatch, so anything like this, if it's in the room, on any site, no matter what, if you plant the diffuser on it and they shoot the hatch open, you'll lose the game. It's a strange thing that not many people realise, but it's very rarely ever seen. Everyone usually knows don't plant the diffuser on the hatch. Okay, I think for bomb, we're actually pretty much all the way through. So all we're going to have to go through next time is the terrorist hunt game modes, and then we can start on all the different characters and talk about how they all work and how you can go through different tactics with them. And for example, we can have the basics like sledge. You obviously can go through walls, but there's a lot more advanced things that you can do with that sledgehammer that you wouldn't realize at first. Alright guys, I think that covers bomb pretty well, so I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to share, comment and subscribe if you enjoy. Cheers.